Okay, here we are. Okay, DJ?
Sorry, we're running behind.
Oh, it's all right.
Wow.
Yes, I brought a lot of information today.
Hi, Cody.
Yes, I got several items I want to discuss. Obviously, I'm going to go over a report with you guys about the time each one of us do in the department and the fruits of the labor of what we've done so far this year. I also have to give you the statutes that are finally out for the noxious weed department, and I have some other employee concerns to speak with you about too. But take a few minutes, please, and look over this. What you're looking at is my hours and Nathan's hours from start of the year to current date as of Friday of last week. I don't have the information for this week's because it's not been entered.
I'm glad you're keeping a log of that, D.
Yes, yeah, I keep, every day we have daily sheets. We write on what machine you used, where you used it, how long you used it, and that all gets documented every day.
Did he grease the cat scraper and the loader?
Yes, when we do some 085, we also do help in the shop on days it's windy or it's gotten too hot. Yes, we still do work, and that is what an 0120 or an 085 code is.
Hang on. 081?
085
Okay.
is a equipment repair or maintenance,
Okay.
and then we try to make sure we keep track of what unit we worked on and how long.
Okay.
So you do work in the main shop?
Yes, periodically, as needed, or if asked by others to help.
And as far as road and bridge, do you help with there too?
Right now, it's been very little. We've obviously been very busy. You can see through our spring season, it usually starts very heavily in April, and it has gone pretty strong all the way through this month. The start of this month, I've also started getting back to our road spraying nothing but right-of-ways and state contract right-of-ways to get caught back up on that. But the first 60 to 70 days is nothing but private lands, which we use the UTV equipment for. And to show my use and what we brought in for private land spraying thus far, this is my sales journal for the STAR program. We'll show you all receipts. And I just got the billing out, and some of it's coming back in, but that is that sheet there. And on the top of that, obviously Prairie Dog, we run from October through March. So starting in January of this year, that shows the sales and totals of what's come back in for the Prairie Dog department on top. I knew when we spoke earlier and several months ago, I spoke with the Prairie Dog department's a cash account, and we were down to about $3,000. But after all the bills have been paid and checks are in, we're at a cash balance of $18,230 in the Prairie Dog Fund at this moment.
Glad to see my name here. We haven't got a bill that I know of yet.
It's been put out in the mail.
Okay.
It will be around eventually, but I have at least my copies of what's being sent out as of last week.
Okay.
And on the back of the page, I'm written in pencil, when we do KDOT right away, that billing only goes out one time a year, and all I can do is keep track of hours. But these are how I do that. Wherever spot we sprayed and hours and equipment used, that's my daily log that will be put in, and that will be billed out at a later date when they're receiving. Road and Bridge is the same way.
You fill this out? and
Yes,
send
I
it
fill
to
these
them,
out every day.
and then you send this to them.
Well, yeah, we compile it into an invoice that will be sent to the state of Kansas to be paid. But until we do that, I don't actually have physical paperwork like this for it. I just have the sheets acquired. And I wanted to show them to you today.
You guys doing okay on Tordon?
I got some earlier.
From Oakley, is that right?
Yeah, Wallace County, which is Sharon Spokes.
Okay.
I have kind of talked with our suppliers, and the chain is getting back. They're
Good.
slowly getting back in reduction. It's just going to take some time. I know there'll be quantities available in the fall.
Good.
And the same for the Road and Bridge, guys. When we put it as Road and Bridge because it is county right away, but at the end of the year, it is just a deduction of expenses. I don't have that report yet. This is last year's, and this is how it's done. It just shows Cheyenne County Road and Bridge, all the chemicals deducted, the noxious weed department pays for that, and it shows their total of hours and time spent there. We roughly spend 330 to 350 hours a year spraying our right-of-ways. Yeah. And then along with that, I do document every spot in the road ditch. We spray, Road and Bridge employees, everybody helps me to kind of make sure that when I see spots in the road to let me know. We write down everything. We also sign a date on the side when it was sprayed. So within a 3-week period where the chemical's working, we know that we've got it successfully sprayed, or we may have to respray again.
Do you take one section of the county at a time, or do you?
Yes, we divided the county into 8 territories. It'll be North Berg City, South Berg City, on over to the highways, the territory, and continuing on, breaking it up in about 12 by 12 mile sections. It helps us to keep track of where we are, and things don't get missed as easily that way. But a lot of the time, you know, they're mowing right now, so what we couldn't see before, they're seeing now that's mowing. They help me know that it's there, and we go back and reapply to catch all the missed spots we can. And this will continue on all the way into September. We're fighting the bindweed right now, but we will also have to go back and readdress the burr ragweed, or woolly leaf burr stage as it is known. There are still a few private jobs out there. People are still needing spot spray for bindweed on their pastures and fields, and I'm still working with that. And I spend most of my day working with them and creating jobs, checking with jobs, and back checking to make sure we do that and that we were successful.
All paperwork.
Yeah, man, have these back. I mean, these still have to be entered. We don't need to lose billing or entry at this time.
At least for us to keep.
Yeah, yes, you may keep them, or I'll take them back to be shredded. That is fine. And that's my my report of accountability that I have to date.
You guys got any questions?
I do.
You know, guys, I'm always open. If there are questions, concern about anything you see me doing or employee doing, please don't be afraid to contact me or stop me and give me advice on something I could do better. I mean, I do what I can, but I'm not perfect. And I know sometimes it looks to the public that we're out there and kind of running around in the same machine together, but like doing up here on the highway, I need a spotter. I can't watch where I'm spraying and make sure I'm not being ran over by cars at the same time. I try to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing responsibly and the best we can.
Gotta be safe.
Yeah. Any, no other questions on my account? Okay. I just, as I told you before, I was waiting for the redacted statements of the noxious weed law and regulations. I now have that. I didn't know if you needed everybody to have a copy. I would just, it's for you guys to read over, to have, and do as you wish from there, but these are the laws and regulations that are in play right now.
Okay.
As long as you know what they are.
Yes.
That's the main thing.
Yes, I did. It's very important. I know what's in there. What keeps us safe and all liabilities withheld. So, I would also like to request that I give 40 hours of sick leave to Nathan Lamb, as he is at the hospital with his wife, and there's some complications there, and he may be gone for an extended period of time.
So, who do you have somebody else helping you, or you just?
No, just myself.
Okay.
40 hours?
Yes, I'd like to donate a week's worth of time, sick pay, if you will allow it.
I don't have a problem.
I don't have a problem with it either.
Well, it's your time. I'd be fine with it. We don't need a motion, do we?
We need a motion.
I make a motion that we allow DJ Barnhart to give 40 hours of sick leave to Nathan Lamb.
Second.
First and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Other than that, I don't have anything else, gentlemen, except to get back to work.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to run down to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay, we need 5 minutes. I'm just
just gonna leave stuff going.
What's that?
I'm just gonna leave the camera on.
You're gonna be great presenting that, sir. I know you will.
You were here.
You look tired, bud.
Oh, just yesterday sucked it out, you done that heat at the Thresher show. I'm gonna go back on. I'm getting too old to stand out in that heat all day.
Josh,
How old is it?
I got that big old case over there though, that 150 horsepower thing, that thing is huge. You can't really realize how big it is until you see it next to another steam engine.
Isn't that the top
That thing is just,
The
I can't
board's
really see it.
decision.
I want to tell you something that I passed on to.
and then you see people climb up on it, and ride on it,
Oh,
and how tiny they look riding on it. It's just, that thing is huge.
I'm a member of the.
We're ready for you when we get back here.
And we have a large.
that should be pretty quick, I think.
You what?
That should be pretty quick, I think.
Well, here recently, we've been running fast.
I know.
We're way behind today.
And
We're making up for it today.
Today just didn't happen.
Well, 30 minutes executive session takes some time.
Now, this stage was designed for the 4-H book.
What dimensions?
Huh?
What dimensions?
Oh, God, I forget, but it basically covers just the whole width of the back end of the building.
Okay.
But it'd be perfect for a large tent. If you had a tent and you had a band or something, you could assemble enough of it, not all of it, to put them up where they can put their equipment on, you know? But if you have a wedding, if you rent a building out, if they wanted a reception in there,
What's Allied
they would
Business
have a
Solutions?
stage.
I-
with their band.
I had Teresa call and move them to the next meeting. It's about,
And I need
they think they
somebody-
can save us money on our phone and internet stuff.
And what?
Phone and internet and stuff.
Oh,
Well, I left him an email message. Oh, yes. My cell phone.
Did you ever get anything from AT&T
He
or?
might have ignored that. And I know he's.
Next tech, I can't get the guy to call me back.
Give me your address and number. I don't have my phone with me. I'll get the pickup.
Is that kid that got trapped is doing all right?
Thanks.
Yeah.
That was scary.
very.
Somebody said he was down over his waist or?
Oh, which I ran into Brock and asked him about the sanitary code committee. And told him just to call Kelly and let her know what he decided.
Yeah, and I talked to Ty, and he said they really don't. They have all their stuff goes through like Fannie Mae or, so they really don't.
Sorry.
Make loans on the homes. Most of them don't, I guess.
Okay, Dan. Mr. Blair.
Danny, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
The reason I'm here is on our carbon fiber bottles or cylinders for our SCBA's, every 15 years they gotta be trashed. We gotta buy new ones. If we go to the aluminum, they don't have to be trashed, they're just a little heavier. But as long as they pass hydro test, they're good for however long. So I've talked to the guys on my department here, and they all agree that we probably just will go to the aluminum.
Okay.
Because we probably wear them 3 or 4 times in an actual fire in 15 years.
What do you do with the old ones?
They gotta be trashed. They gotta be, you gotta drill holes in them or throw them in the trash somehow. It's illegal to fill them back up, so. So on the aluminum ones, as you can see, that's the cheapest ones here.
Yeah.
And I do have a line on some used ones possibly. Because, carbon fibers are what, 600 roughly. And to replace what we have now that we need to replace, we would actually need 10 cylinders.
10.
Not, yeah, Bird City needs 4, I think, and we need 7. So if we went on this quote's for 3, if we just went with 12, your half would be like 1,900. And then I'll ask the city, and I'll get Dennis to talk to Bird City on the ones over there. I think.
Bird City just buy some a year or two ago.
I think so. Yeah. They just got 4 that are outdated if we want to keep the same number.
Yeah.
And yeah, what Cody's saying, I don't think the county helped pay for the meter, did they? Or did it all come out of the city?
We're all out of city.
So, might get a little bit more than that. Get it all worked out, but.
Okay. You need 12 of them, you say?
10 to 12, yeah.
That's,
So,
that's 253, is that what you're, those are the refurbished ones, the reconditioned?
yeah, 253, and then we'd have to have the valves put in, so. And then the freight cost of $85 for 3 of them. They said the freight cost will change depending on how many. That's just what they quoted me for now.
And these are for refurbished ones?
The aluminum one is
Aluminum,
on the
they
front
can,
page.
they can do those, but not the fiberglass.
Right. Well,
So what do you want, 12?
yeah, I figure roughly if we go, say around 2,000.
Okay.
We should be able to get $2,000. We should be able to get what we need.
For us and Bird then? Okay.
I think.
Okay.
If that comes off different, I'll come back. But
Okay.
like I said, I also got a line just the other day on some used ones from the guy that actually hydros our cars now. So I'm trying to get a hold of that guy to see if we can get some used ones. If we can, then maybe we can get cheaper
I thought it was $949 for 3.
for 3. Yeah.
You want 12?
Yeah. Either go 9 or 12. That way we stay within that 3, because that freight's for 3. So that's how I figured that. We need 10 to actually keep what we have now.
You say $2,000 will buy 12?
The county's portion.
Half our portion.
Yeah. Oh,
Because I got to go to
okay,
city
I'm
council
going-
yet.
I'm not adding in my head right.
Don't worry about guys doing the same thing.
You okay with that?
Well, if he tell me what he wants,
I, for one, I was in the meeting, I was in the Bird City meeting the other day, and I did see the cylinders were, I don't know how bad from good, but they were fiberglass and all.
I don't think they're bad, but it's a one size fits all. So if Wichita has this rule, we have this rule.
Okay.
They're outdated,
Yeah,
basically.
they're outdated.
so you would like a motion up to $2,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if I have to change that, I'll come back.
I'll move that we spend up to $2,000 on some reconditioned aluminum tanks.
I second that.
First and second, to spend up to $2,000 for refurbished tanks. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion carried.
Unless you get something for me, that is all I got.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Have a good day, bud.
You too.
Mr. Rodney.
After our last session, I made an open records request for the 2022 budget submitted by the hospital board, and I received this reply from the clerk.
My reply was I couldn't give him what I didn't have, so I couldn't fulfill it. Because at that time, I did not have it. We approved it this morning, I gave it to him.
Have you had a chance to look this over?
Pardon?
Have you had a chance to look
Okay.
this one over?
My open records request was for 2022 budget. What I have in front of me is 2021. That's not what I requested.
They haven't even done their 2022 budget.
Pardon?
They haven't even done their 2022 budget.
They have to submit it to the commissioners for the commissioners to approve.
Can I see that?
Yes, ma'am.
No, not the email.
Oh, this? Oh.
I don't remember ever doing a hospital budget like
We never have.
we didn't do that.
That is a beautifully done document right there. And that can be the basis to do the 2022 budget.
But here, Rodney, here's the thing. As soon as, now that we've established that the hospital is supposed to be turning over their budget to the commissioners for approval, as soon as the 2022 is done, that will come in front of the commissioners and they will approve that one also, and then it will be provided to you. But the situation is that we do not have the 2022, so we cannot produce the 2022, okay? So as soon as Scott will be in contact with the hospital as to the 2022, and we'll get it to you as soon as it's available.
Have you been to any of their board meetings?
Not recently.
Maybe that'd be a good place to start to ask them for it.
I can, and I will. Because if you take the current statute, they should have submitted that to you gentlemen on or before June 1st of this year, so that you had adequate time to consider their budget. And that is a statutory requirement.
What are we gonna, I guess I'm confused, Rodney. What are we gonna, they're gonna get 6 mills. They're gonna get it. I don't know what else we have no control over the rest of that money.
But when I read this, just tell me if I'm wrong. It says, the commission or, in the case of an elected board, the board may annually level for tax purposes under the provisions of this act to purpose of paying a portion of the amendments thereto. And then it goes on to say, we may levy these taxes. This has been the way it's been forever. And my 4 years when you were in, we never got the hospital's budget. So I don't think it's wrong to ask for the hospital budget, but the way I read it, and I've read it twice, is we may or may not. Is that not how you read that?
No, the way I read it is they submit the budget to yous on or before May 1st.
Okay.
And they submit it, and they request
But
the
we
levy that they want.
Right.
Okay.
And I understand what you're doing, but this isn't, we don't make the hospital budget. They do.
They do.
So we need to start this off by getting to 2022 so we can look at it and appease what you're trying to do here. We don't make it. You need to go tell them, and then we will address this, which I think it's good that you're interested in this stuff. But we don't make that budget. But, so.
And maybe part of the problem is it's never been done, even when you were on as a commissioner. It's never been done, and now we're basically being, I guess, forced into starting doing it. So
You, as commissioners, are putting yourselves in a pickle. If they request the full 6 mills, you have to comply with the change in the law. You have to advertise it in the newspaper. And then if a petition of concerned citizens requests and they get sufficient signatures, it has to be brought to a vote.
Well, Rodney, I'm just going to let you know that Scott has been in contact with the auditors, and they are working through what you're calling the new statute,
Right.
so that we can be in compliance with whatever we need to be doing. As Brett has indicated, getting the budget and all of this process has never been done before, and we are trying to do the best that we can, given the short notice, to be in compliance, okay?
Okay.
So we're
Yeah.
doing the best that we can.
Yeah.
I mean, we've taken what you've told us to heart. Scott has been in contact with the auditors. We've been reviewing the statutes. But as I said, I mean, we're doing the best that we can. Scott's even reached out to other counties in regards to how they handle their county-owned leased hospitals and budgets. And there are some counties that they don't get a budget. There are some counties that they do get a budget. There are some counties that are published. There are some that don't. Everyone, we're doing the best that we can, okay?
Okay,
We
I
have
can
taken
accept
what
that.
you've said,
Yeah, I can
like I said, to
accept that.
heart.
Yeah.
We're looking into it, but, with timeframes and such, there's only so much you can do with short notice, okay?
Okay.
So we're doing the best that we can. And in regards to your opens records request, that is an honest response in that if we don't have it, we can't provide it.
Right.
And it was timely done. So as soon as it is available, that
Okay.
is known that you are wanting that, and so it will be provided. Okay?
Fine, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'm satisfied. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. Enjoy your day.
Thanks, Roger.
Sheriff? You look pretty tired. You've been doing a
Oh,
lot
no,
of...
I'm good. Well, I think what I need to discuss with you guys will be about non-elected officials, talk about in executive session, if that's okay with you
How
guys.
much do you need, Cody?
We think 15 minutes,
20.
20.
I make a motion for non-elected personnel. We have a 20-minute
Second.
First and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Executive